Hello YouTube! Alpha White Wolf bringing you the final video of God of War Chains of Olympus. So, how to say this? When I was doing the final edits for the original taking of this video, I realized that there was a part of the gameplay where the audio had been cut. And unfortunately, it was a pretty sizable portion of it, so I could not in good conscience just let that be. Now, I'm currently in like the middle portion of, actually near the end, in all honesty, of Ghost of Sparta. So, I was playing through that, getting that footage, and finishing up the processing and uploading of Chains of Olympus when I discovered that the final portion of Chains of Olympus was kind of messed up. So I'm having to go back and I'm having to re-record this. Unfortunately, as I've already played through it, the achievements will not pop up here. Kind of sad for that. It does mean that I do have some nice recent memory of how to try and beat these final bits of the game. Now, I will try and take care of that as best I can. I do believe that's the end of that update. So, beyond that, I'm currently in the process of getting a computer issue taken care of. See, normally my computer would be like right around here, but my old computer decided to have some hard drive issues, so I had to get rid of it. The new computer that I got then got put here. I then realized that it didn't have its boot drive at all, so that one was basically just a big useless paperweight. Took it back, got it switched out, and got the replacement ordered to be delivered to me. I'm still waiting for that to get here, so by my looking at the updates for the delivery of that, I should have that by this next couple days. So hopefully, in the future, you will be seeing a computer right here. There will also be a period, likely from the months of June to maybe October, where uploads and channel activity will almost completely stop for a time. My job is currently sending me off somewhere for a couple months, and I don't know exactly what my workload is going to look like over there. When this happens, though, I will have to try and do what I can for this. I'll try and have my laptop with me so that way I can actually stay up to date with what's going on. Make little comments, maybe do a bit of recording here and there, try and get some kind of gameplay recording going, and then get that on the channel. You know, keep things active. You know. What else? Oh, the other big one that I'm still putting out. I'm still waiting for any kind of response for any of my Warhammer 40k fellow Warhammer 40k fans. I'm still putting out the offer for whoever can guess what chapter of the Adeptus Astartes that I am making as my Space Marine army gets to decide what company they are from, which one of the battle line companies they are made. In addition, the first four to get the chapter correct will have the captain, 2 lieutenants, and the Dreadnought named after them. So I am sincerely hoping that someone with a particularly silly name manages to guess the chapter that I'm making, just so that I can eventually at some Warhammer tournament have the most absurd name on the side of a base for one of my captains or lieutenants. But that's enough of that update. Usual disclaimer, we're going to hop right back into this and try and knock this out as quick as we can. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with our uploads by ringing that bell icon. We have reached 700 subscribers, we're now aiming for 750. Help us get there, because then we can start working on like 800, 850, 900, and eventually 1,000. I'm hoping that we can reach 1,000 subs by the end of this year. It's going to be my big motivation to try and make sure that I can stay up to date with uploads during my job later this year. If you like this video, indicate so down below, and if you have suggestions for future videos, drop them in the comments. So, let's go ahead, load. Dock of Charon, here we go. So, Temple of Persephone was where we ended. Spartan difficulty. I'm still getting my ass kicked by this. Alright, back. There we go. Okay. So, got everything here. Chests are already opened. Everything's pretty much maxed. Okay, nothing there. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Charon's Wrath. Strike additional enemies, very useful. I can upgrade it again. Blades and Ifrit are maxed out. Yep. Now the Charon's Wrath is maxed out. That means there's the Gauntlet, the Light of Dawn, and the Sun Shield. All of which are useful-ish, but not as useful as Wrath of Charon. Flight of Persephone. In her youth, Persephone was seized by Hades and carried off to the Underworld as his bride. Her mother Demeter, goddess of the earth, refused to let the earth bear fruit until she was returned to her. Zeus consented, but because Persephone had tasted the fruit of Hades, the pomegranate, she was cursed to forever spend part of the year with her husband in the Underworld. Thus were born the seasons. Yeah, I've actually gotten a look into some lore behind that. So, let me read this verse. Rule of Persephone. Persephone, the tragic queen, sorrowfully rules over the dead. Her return to the earth in spring is marked by the flowering of the meadows. Her return to the underworld in fall sees the dying of plants and the halting of growth. So yeah, apparently in most of the mythology, Persephone, her oldest interpretation was Queen of the Underworld. Temple of Persephone, the domain of Persephone, wife of Hades and goddess, queen of the underworld. Yeah, so apparently Persephone's oldest interpretation was the queen of the dead. And we're gonna have a fight. I was doing well. So yeah, apparently Persephone's earliest interpretation was as a queen of the underworld. Because her mother, Demeter, as the goddess of, well, plants and the harvest, she was responsible for the bringing back of spring. So, the summary of it is that Persephone, her oldest interpretation was apparently that of dread Persephone, a goddess that was associated directly with the dead anyway. Yeah. Dang it! Okay. I have utterly forgotten how to use magic in this game. Okay. Hold on. I hate this place's automatic lights. Okay. R1 circle. Once I take care of you, I'll have no problem with these little guys. But yeah, apparently Persephone's oldest, basically mythological interpretation was that of the Queen of the Dead. That her association with spring was a later addition and not her original legend. So, honestly, I can kind of get the angle they were going for in this game, but unfortunately, in all fairness, it just doesn't hold as much weight. Also, the whole abduction of Persephone, yeah, it turns out that that was ordered by Zeus, so it was less of a kidnapping and more of an arranged marriage. I would love nothing more than for there to be a spell that actually allows Kratos to regain health. Like you can basically channel some magical energy into using health. Alright. Okay. R1 triangle. Okay, I'm gonna have to be pretty liberal with my magic use for the moment. But yeah, this game's interpretation of Persephone is just not accurate with a lot of the mythology. Alright, let me take care of the guppies. It is so unfair that I have to deal with those beams, but you losers do not. And yes, I know that I'm basically staying right in a corner and almost for all intents and purposes cowering. But let's face it, in this particular situation where I'm up against enemies that can easily kill me in this harder mode, I am not going to do anything that puts me at greater risk than absolutely necessary. Especially not because, not with the fact that I'm in a very dangerous room to try and be using fanciful maneuvering. Alright, is there anyone else? Is the nonsense over? Good. These things give some red orbs, so that makes it at least somewhat worth it. There we go. So I don't think there's anything else in this room. But yeah, after seeing more about the history of Persephone, this game's interpretation of her just doesn't quite bug me per se, but it is certainly worth noting. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make a save file. Yep, chasing Calliope. No, actually, let's make a new one. That way, if something does happen again, I'll be able to still have a couple save files available. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the red chest first. Woo! Big red orbs. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and upgrade the sun shield as far as we can first. Yeah. Oh, that's maxed out. Cool. I need 2,000. Rapid fire. Can upgrade it to one more level. Not enough. But I can upgrade the gauntlet a little bit further. Yeah. Alright, so at least one more level for each of these. So I'm going to grab the green chest. And then in the next room, I'm going to definitely be using a lot more magic. Yeah, I remember this fight. Gonna be some Minotaurs, gonna be some Cyclops. God damn it, Kratos, grab the damn things! Okay, moron. As charming as it is that you cannot grab a very simple enemy that is literally right in front of your face, God damn it. Gotta keep practice with those quick time events. Should be at least one more. Yep. Come on, get nice and close, you two. That's useful. Oop, too close. I'm pretty sure I can get more green orbs this way. So now I can go down here and retrieve that blue chest. I'm hoping that no more file issues arise, but that's why I have multiple save files. Alright, multiple ways to go. I believe that down here is just basically a dead end, but it has some stuff. Yep. And I'm pretty sure that the last time I did this, I could not come back here, so I might as well grab the green chest while I can. And another one of these rooms. I don't mind these rooms because it basically becomes a matter of shooting fish in a barrel. Very dangerous, very aggressive fish, but fish nonetheless. Downside is, this is definitely not a fun part of the game. Upside is, it's an easy way to get a lot of orbs. I'm not going to bother much with magic because what magic that I get is just very small compared to what I would expend. Anyone else? go. So yeah, anything that is smashable will be smashed. I'm not going to be running around in some Medusa beams. Okay, here's the room with Minotaurs. Not exactly what I was intending, but works. Alright, I should be having to face one more. There he is. Okay. There we go. I'm doing a lot better than I was the last time I played. I got that going for me. Strangely enough, it's a lot more frustrating when I'm getting my ass kicked by just the regular enemies, simply because they're the regular enemies. Even Minotaurs, as big as they are, it's a lot more annoying when I'm getting beaten around by just regular enemies, regular satyrs, Minotaurs, and Cyclops. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I already knew that smashing these would create those little heartbeat guppies, but the thing is, they're small, they're weak, and if I flood the immediate area, if I grab them quick or just flood the immediate area with blade attacks, I can take care of them real quick. Alright, I'm not to full, but I'm better off than before. Who else? Okay. So, yeah. Health it is. But yeah, getting your butt kicked by the boss makes sense. It's understandable. I can deal with that. Getting kicked around by a regular mob enemy, that's where things get kind of irritating. What's behind this door? Okay. This is why you explore everywhere in these games. Alright. And I'm now maxed out with my health and my magic. So I can upgrade the gauntlet. It should only be 3 levels, so get maxed. That means I just need to get about 6,000 orbs, and I can upgrade the shield. Oh, the light. My range attack. The attack that I don't typically use. Wide open area, I do not trust it. Okay. Incense burners. I'm already maxed out with my health and magic, so I'm good with that. I'm going to create a save file. Back. Okay. So yeah, let's see how many takes it takes to beat Persephone. Okay. Groves of Persephone.
Calliope, where are you?
Kratos looked, but his daughter was nowhere to be seen. In the middle of the room sat a graceful figure, a figure he recognized all too well. Persephone, wife of Hades, and queen of the undead.
Where is my daughter, witch?
Choose your words carefully, ghost of Sparta. You address the goddess of the Underworld. Your daughter is well. She lives among the pure souls in the Elysian fields.
Lead me to her.
Have you forgotten, Kratos? The Olympians need you. They slumber at the hand of Morpheus.
I have faithfully served the gods, yet they do not give me what I ask. I grow weary of their demands.
The gods on Olympus failed me too, Kratos. I was betrayed by Zeus and tricked by my husband Hades. Now I am to stay in the Underworld as Queen of the Dead, to serve the fallen and care for them as my own children.
Persephone! I demand to see my daughter!
As you wish. If Calliope is your true desire, I can help you. But be warned, Ghost of Sparta. The world of man will suffer because of your choice.
I care little for the world and its suffering! Where is she?
If you are to see your daughter again, you must become worthy of Elysium. Cast your weapons at the Forsaken Tree, and let it release the evils of your past. Only then will you be free of your sins, and be granted passage through the divine gates.
The selfishness of this man.
done well, Kratos. Walk through the portal and find the one you seek.
I hate this part the most. It's so touching, but it's also
Calliope!
tragic.
Father?
My child,
Why did you go?
I am here now, child. And I will not leave you again.
He even took his
I
scar.
have watched over you pathetic mortals for 1,000 years, and it is always the same. Serving yourself before the needs of others has always been your flaw. But no matter. For now you serve my purpose. It is time for all that came before to end. The Titan will fulfill his role and finish what I have started. I released Atlas.
You?
As you were pathetically disarming yourself, Atlas completed the task I set him out to do. With the power of the sun in his hands, it is only a matter of time before he destroys the pillar that holds the world. And Olympus with it.
But why?
Do you think it was my choice to wed a man I did not love? Live a life I did not choose? I was betrayed by the very gods that once saw me as their own, but no more. Once the pillar is destroyed, the world will revert into chaos.
And what is to become of you?
I will have my peace and be free from this miserable existence. I will perish, but it is my choice.
Father? What's happening? I'm scared.
In your selfish choice to be with your daughter, you have caused her ruin.
No.
Elysium falls too, Kratos. She will perish.
No! I will not let the gods take her from me!
Father!
The choice was clear to him, yet impossible to make. To stay with his daughter meant the end of the world and the end of her. To stop Persephone and Atlas would mean forsaking his daughter forever. While his hatred and anger for the gods grew ever stronger, he knew there was but one thing to do.
But yeah, definitely not how Persephone is in the mythology.
Please!
Yeah, in the mythology, Persephone and Hades actually have a pretty good relationship.
Father, no!
In that Persephone is actually given the kind of respect of the queen of the underworld that you would expect for that kind of position. She shares power equally with Hades.
Kratos soon realized that what he gained in humanity, he lost in power. He would need to become the monster he once was if he was to defeat Persephone. Ghost of Sparta once again, if he was to save his child. agreed to sacrifice his life with her so that she may live.
No! Father, no!
At that moment, Kratos knew his destiny was not with Calliope. The fates were never that kind.
But yeah, Persephone in the original mythology is essentially one of the best love stories in the mythology itself. Honestly, she helps make Hades like one of the better husbands. I mean, Zeus, Apollo, they are not pleasant guys in the mythos. Okay. I know for certain that there's another fight right here. And I know that there's a chest, so... I'm gonna go ahead and take out the long-range support first. Ironically enough, staying right in his face like that and pressuring it seems to be like the best strategy to fight it. Alright, who else is going to join in on this party? That's it? Good. Okay, but yeah, in the mythology, Persephone and Hades have a pretty good relationship. They don't cheat on each other, despite what the Percy Jackson books would have you believe. New save file. New. Let's go ahead and start from the temple on. I won't really need this particular one because I now have a more updated one. Let me double check that actually. Ooh, no. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. Well, I'm just have to hope that There's no sound issues with this one.
Spartan, witness the end.
Worst comes to worst, I have to repeat the fight with Charon, which isn't bad. I can deal with that. Persephone wants this fight.
Go to her. Be with her. Leave this world behind. Atlas!
Okay, so far I'm actually doing pretty good.
Pitiful mortal.
Dang. Damn.
Foolish human.
Nice.
Your
Nice.
suffering will never end.
The first time I did that for this, I died so many times.
Perhaps you believe the Olympians will help you. But I ask, where are your gods now, Kratos? Why do they not come to your aid? I do not need the aid of the gods! But my path is now clear to me. I will serve them! And they will keep their promise to free me from my past! I ask you, Spartan, what good is the promise of an Olympian? It is all I have, Atlas! We will meet again, Spartan. The fates have deemed it. One day, you will regret what you have done here.
The mighty Atlas was left enchained, cursed to forever hold the world on his shoulders. Greater penance than even Zeus himself had placed on the Titans. The fate of Atlas had been sealed, and the goddess Persephone was no more. Kratos had saved mankind, but that mattered little to him. By forsaking his daughter, he had abandoned the only person he ever cared for. What he had long sought and finally found was now forever lost. As the sun chariot rose higher in the sky, and the might of Helios shone once again on the world, Morpheus retreated to the shadows. Kratos gained little satisfaction from his victory. With years of servitude in front of him, he would need to confront his past and fight to reclaim the humanity he lost on the day his dark legend was born. The dire toll of his relentless battles finally caught up with him as Kratos fell from the chariot to the earth. Was this sacrifice too much for one to bear, even for the man who was known as the Ghost of Sparta?
He has again served us well, Athena.
He is a remarkable mortal.
He is weak. Shall we help him?
He'll live. They must.
I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of the sword that Kratos ran on and used. I saw a little bit of the point. Okay, so that was God of War Chains of Olympus. So I'm going to go ahead, process this footage, see if any more unfortunate mishaps occurred, which if they did, I'm going to have to go a little bit further back than I would have liked, but worst comes to worst, I'm a little bit more practiced with actually doing this. At the end of the day, I really enjoy this series. And honestly, at this point, after seeing that nonsense, I'd be annoyed if I had to do it again. But I'm gonna wrap this video up. So, usual disclaimers, usual spiel, I should say. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon to stay up to date with our uploads. We just hit 700. Help get us to 750. Help get Gaming Glorious to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. 2020 was a big year for our growth. Let's see if we can get to that big milestone of 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. Come on, YouTube, help us out. If you like the video, indicate so down below, and if you have suggestions for future videos, drop them in the comments. There is still the ongoing offer that anyone who is a fan of Warhammer 40k can, if they guess the chapter that I'm making, will be allowed to pick which one of the battle companies I make it based off of. Now, after that, the first 4 to guess right will get the captain, 2 lieutenants, and Dreadnought named after them. What else? I think that's about it. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I've been Alpha White Wolf from Gaming Glorious. I'm signing off. You keep howling, Wolfpack.